When did a soldier's parents crash military exercises? We were running night maneuvers in the California desert, full blackout conditions, when our perimeter guard radioed in complete panic. Sir, we have civilians approaching the exercise area. They're driving a minivan and asking for directions to Private Jackson's tent. My heart sank. Jackson was this 19-year-old kid from Iowa whose parents had zero understanding of military operations. They'd driven 12 hours to surprise their baby boy during what they thought was summer camp. The exercise was a full-scale mock invasion. 300 soldiers, live ammunition blanks, simulated artillery strikes. We'd been planning this for 6 months. Cost $500,000 to coordinate. Jackson's mom was standing next to our command post in flip-flops and a sundress holding a casserole dish. His dad wore a Hawaiian shirt and was taking pictures with a disposable camera. We brought Tommy his favorite tuna casserole, she announced cheerfully, and his teddy bear. He left Mr. Snuggles at home. The colonel's face went through about 7 different shades of red. Jackson looked like he wanted to disappear into the desert sand forever. Ma'am, this is a restricted military exercise, the colonel explained through gritted teeth. Civilians aren't permitted in the training area. Oh, we won't get in the way, Jackson's mom replied, completely missing the point. We just want to watch Tommy play soldier with his friends. That's when the simulated mortar attack started. Smoke grenades exploding everywhere, soldiers diving for cover, Jackson's parents standing there confused while chaos erupted around them. His dad started filming. Wow, Martha, this is just like in the movies. Jackson was mortified. Mom, Dad, you need to leave. This is serious military training. Don't be silly, honey. We drove all this way to see you. Besides, your father took vacation days. The exercise had to be completely halted. 300 soldiers standing around while we figured out how to extract 2 lost parents from a combat simulation. Security had to escort them to the visitor center, but Jackson's mom insisted on distributing sandwiches to every soldier she met along the way. You boys look hungry, she kept saying. Fighting wars works up an appetite. The press somehow got wind of the story. Local news ran it as parents invade army training exercise. Made us look like the Keystone Cops. Jackson got endless grief from his squad. They started calling him Mr. Snuggles and making teddy bear jokes during every formation. But here's the twist. Jackson's mom had packed enough food for an entire platoon. When we finally resumed the exercise 12 hours later, everyone was actually grateful for the home-cooked meal. The colonel was furious at first, but even he admitted later that the tuna casserole was outstanding. Better than anything the mess hall had ever served. Jackson's parents became legendary around base. Other soldiers started inviting them to family events. His mom would show up with enough food to feed a small army. 2 years later, at Jackson's graduation from sergeant school, his parents were there again, this time invited. His mom brought her famous casserole for the entire ceremony. The same colonel who'd been apoplectic that night in the desert made a speech about how military families come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes they're the spouse who holds everything together during deployment. Sometimes they're the parents who love you enough to drive 12 hours with a teddy bear. Jackson made it through 2 combat deployments. Always carried a picture of his parents in that Hawaiian shirt and sundress, standing next to a tank with huge smiles. He told me once that thinking about them crashing that exercise always made him laugh during the darkest moments overseas. Reminded him what he was fighting to protect. Jackson retired as a master sergeant. His parents attended every promotion ceremony. His mom still brings casseroles.